I want you to come directly to here. Faster. The next step is when we are on the side, did the three things together, jumping to the side, grabbing, pushing the hand and grabbing it with the other hand. From here we're going to attack. There are a few ways to attack from here. For level 2, we're going to attack the following way. The leg that's close to him is going to take a step behind him. Here. While I'm doing that, the hand that was pushing his hand is going to move to his groin. Right here. From here to here. For training purposes, we're going to hit right here, right now. Let's look at that again. Slow motion. Here. Step and hand at the same time. Alternatively, you can take this hand and come from the back. From here to the groin from the back. Front, back. As soon as you've done that, we're moving to takedown. Takedown can come in a variety of ways, and I'm going to show you 2 or 3 ways to take down now. Slow motion, hit. If you see the left leg behind him now, can create a strong pressure of taking him out of balance. I'm going to swipe his leg now, his front leg, with my left foot. The reason he's going down so easily is because if he's trusting a strong attack, he's coming with a long step. And all I do is actually continue his motion. So right now, our practice would be the leg on the back, as further it goes, will come and hit his heel. I do not hit with the side of my leg, but with the bottom part of my feet. So I'm turning my leg this way. You don't have to do it strongly. It's enough to do a slight motion. It will go down. So let's see that move now. Let's see it with the groin attack. I'll show you now. Everything in slow motion, all the way to takedown, including the takedown. At that stage, we're going to take the knife out. But before we do that, there is another way to take down, which I'm going to show you now. As we slide outside, hit the groin, we can also grab the hair from here and hit the back of the knee. Take him down. Let's see that one more time. Hit, hit, grab, push with your knee behind his knee, right here where it's bending. You kick, and you take him down. If he has no hair, bald, visible, you're going here, hit the groin from the nose up, while we're doing pressure. The final part is controlling the arm and taking the knife out. And this is happening on the ground. So we'll do it in slow motion. Moving, hitting, taking down. At that stage, I'm moving to the head, turning the hand this way. So basically, I want to see the fingers pointing to me. Here, by pulling slightly away and pushing the wrist down, the knife will come out. At the same time that you're turning the hand, you're placing the other leg on his face. Obviously, it's going to be with a kick. Right now, resting it there, and from here, pressing it down, and the knife is in your hand. Turning, pressing down, the knife will be in your hand. Finish with another kick to the face.
For the knife thrust attack, moving to the side, redirecting with the hand closest to the attacker. From here, attacking the groin and sweeping the leg with the leg that is behind the attacker. Moving behind the head, twisting the knife with the wrist, and kicking to the face. Pressure down on the wrist, releasing the knife, getting control.
chapter will be how to deal with the front kick. The opponent is going to kick, straight kick from the front, and we're going to do it. Let me break it down for you now. The first thing that you have to remember is when the front kick comes, I have to step in moving my hip. So he's coming in, I'm moving my hip. There is a step in with my left foot while I'm trapping the leg right underneath the heel. I'm going to turn him to the other side so you can see. I want to kick right here. Okay? Okay? The block is with all the fingers together. You do not open your hands. You block with open hand and trap it this way. Look again. Time. As I'm holding it now, this is my time to take him down. I'm stepping with the other leg forward. As I'm stepping in, I'm pushing with the right hand underneath the chin or to the nose. It's either right here or to the nose. When I push it there, my right leg going to take his leg down. And this is extremely important, not just to place your right leg behind his leg, but actually, and I'm holding him so he won't fall, I'm bringing the leg here, and now I'm actually cutting it here. There's a cutting motion. So basically, stay there, I can lean on you. I'm going with the left foot first forward, and then the right is going in, and I'm cutting the leg. This is the motion I'm taking. So let's look at that in slow motion.
Let's go over some key points now for the kick defense. As the kick's coming in, I step aside with the hips and catch from the outside the ankle. At the same time I'm coming in now, one hand is coming to the face and I'm kicking out the back leg with a hooking motion.
What we're going to do now is ground survival. As much as possible, we try to avoid in combat survival the ground, but we also are very capable of fighting on the ground if needed. If you are in a position that you fell to the ground, you need to know what to do. For instance, if at the previous move that he was holding your head and take you down, trying to take you down with a headlock, and you have not done your homework properly, this is what's going to happen. And let's break it down for you now so you can understand exactly how I did it on the ground. We're all going to grab my head in a headlock. The pressure could be very strong if it's very heavy. So the first thing I want to do is create space between us. It does control my head, it does not control my body. So I can basically move my body away. So as I'm moving my body away, I'm not just going sideways, I'm also turning my body to the side. So you can see from here, step and pivoting, so my hip is sideways. As I'm doing that, I'm placing my far hand underneath his nose, lifting his nose up. And from here, as we push it back, I'm moving the leg on the top, trap it underneath my bottom leg. And as I stretch him away from me, I'm squeezing his both legs on his head very tight. At the same time, I'm holding his arm, bring it behind his back, and create an arm lock, which is creating shoulder lock on the back. So let's look at the arm lock from the other side. As I squeeze my legs, I'm basically bringing the wrist behind his back. From here, I'm pushing the elbow away from me and pulling the wrist toward me, lifting it up. The action has to be at the same time. So this time, while I'm moving my hips, I'm at the same time pushing his nose. As you notice, it's one motion. This is going to be one motion. One more time. From here, one motion. Let's bring on the top, stretching him away, arm behind his back, lifting this part towards his head and squeezing with the legs.
Let's go over the key points for the ground attack double two. From here, turning the hips out, pressure back on the nose while moving away from him. You're pushing the head between the legs, locking the legs, and grabbing the arm, twisting behind the back, 90 degrees.
This time we're going to deal with gun threat. The gun will be pointed to the midsection of the body. Whatever you want. And you need. Now, the first thing we want to do is to calm him down. He's attacking, he's demanding, we want to relax him. Lifting my hand, say whatever you want, man. In that stage, the first thing I have to keep in mind is moving out of the line of fire. Getting out of the line of fire will be by pushing the hand and moving out of the gun range while you're twisting your body. As I'm moving his hand to the side and getting out of the line of fire, my right hand will be pushing the gun from here while I'm pulling the hand that's holding the wrist. So I'm holding the wrist, this is pulling to me, and this is pushing, so it's counter force. This is pulling and this is pushing. The gun is turning to him, the gun is in my hand, grabbing the gun, stepping back, pointing at him, and say, on your knees. Now we look at that from the other side. As I push the hand with my right, my left hand is moving backwards. It's extremely important to do this motion, so when the left hand is moving backward, I have enough momentum now to go grab the gun and turn it this way. So, one more time, there is a twisting motion, one, and this hand going back. Now I'm coming to the gun, hit here, while I'm holding it, and rip the hand to my direction here, to his direction. So, this is a motion we do. From here, let's do it all together. 1 and 2. One more time. Whatever you want, man. 1 and 2. Sometimes the guy is holding the gun really, really strong, and you're doing that move, and you feel a lot of resistance. Change the angle here down, and it will come out relatively easy. From here, halfway, and down. Whatever you want, man. Here, down. When the gun is in your hand, step back. Hold it steady on your knees now. This time I'm going to put a press on Joel. Joel's going to perform the technique. Give me your money now. Whatever you want. On your knees. Now, the reason we did that is to show you that basically, as soon as you take the gun, you must step back. Step back 2 steps, shuffle back 2 steps. You make sure that you are not close enough to the other person so you won't take the gun away from you. The gun has to be at your position at all times.
Let's go over some major points now for the gun disarming for level 3. Always pacify the attacker. Hands are coming up, whatever you want. One hand is redirecting the line of fire while you turn out of the line of fire. Other hand is twisting towards the gun, pushing in and releasing. Step back on your knees.